Hey guys, it's Nicole with Chronicles of a Crafter. Welcome back. Today we're working really tight, close camera today with some really tiny things that I wanted to make for my journal. These are some tiny embellishments and ephemera that I wanted to put into my journal, some tags, for example. So we're working with a really close camera today, so I'm going to show you what I have going on down here. I have all these little pre-cut craft cards. They're like, craft paper cut into a tag shape already. And I also have all these little tickets. So these are some tickets, some vintage tickets that I got from Camellia Craft Design, Julie. And these are some other ones that I've, collected. So what I'm going to do, I found that the tickets are just about the right size for those tags. See that? So I just ripped away a couple of these tickets and I'm going to assemble them onto the tag with just a little bit of glue stick and then do a little collage on top of it. So let's move some of these aside and I can show you what I'm talking about by making a couple. Alright, I'm using my Craft Bond glue stick, Elmer's. This is a permanent glue only because my Scotch Create glue stick had just finished and I started this without running over to the other side of the room and grabbing a new one, so we're using this glue today. This is same as the Scotch Create. It's a permanent glue. It's just a little bit, I want to say, thinner consistency, but that makes it great for adjusting your paper before it dries, because the Scotch Create is a little bit thicker. And I'm just going to line this up with the card and glue it down. Now it's a little bit short around the edges. It's not as, the ticket is not as wide as the craft card, but or the craft ticket. But once you cut the paper to size, you can always ink around the edges. So like this one didn't go all the way to the edge there. You see that right there? It didn't go all the way to the edge, but I inked it and you really can't tell the difference. So that's pretty much what I'm going to try to do today. And I'm using my Tim Holtz tiny snippets just to cut away the excess paper. And I'm also using my larger, this has a larger hole punch as opposed to using the crocodile. Although I will use the crocodile to set it, but I found that some of my eyelets are larger than what the 3/8, I'm sorry, the 3/16 hole. So this is the 1/8, it's the smaller of the two, and the 3/16 is the larger of the two. And even with that hole that this crocodile makes, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get these eyelets through. But if I use this little thing, it's a little bit bigger than 3/16, so I'm okay with that. I'm actually going to push this back to my setter. I'm going to grab an eyelet backing. This is how I do mine. People do theirs differently. I put my eyelet backing right in place on the crocodile, and then I go in with my actual item that I want to set with the eyelet in it. I place that close to the top where the hole, the setter comes through, and let that put the item in place with the backing. So I've never ever failed at that. That's the way I always do it. When I try it other ways, it's when I end up with a wonky little eyelet, or it's crooked, or unusable. So that happens, but it's okay. They're, you get hundreds of eyelets in a pack. It's okay to get rid of one or two if it fails. And then I just go around the edges and ink, and you won't even be able to tell really that this ticket does not fit the entire card. Okay, so after doing that, just let my glue dry a little bit longer. In the meantime, I found these little tiny stickers and some Tim Holtz ephemera, these little tiny ones, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a little mini collage right onto the ticket. And this is how I separate my stickers that are transparent on the back. It works a lot easier. Oops, I didn't even grab that one. It works a lot easier. Instead of fighting with it, I just use my little pokey tool to get the sticker started, and I peel it away. And when you do it that way, sometimes it wants to curl over and stick to itself, but these are fairly generous. You know, they have lots of time to dry. I usually add glue to the backs of those stickers when I'm doing it, because, you know, when you buy them in bulk and you just never know how long they've been sitting somewhere in a warehouse or whatever. But for these little tiny projects, I think it'll be okay. And then I just take one of these little stickers here, and this is what I do. I just peel it apart with my pokey tool, and it usually goes in one go. I'm trying to look at the camera and do this. Let me look at the item. I'm making sure I'm in shot. That's what it is. Here. This one wants to be difficult. Oh, there it is. There we go. So yeah, I just use my pokey tool, peel away the sticker, and there you have it. And I will snip away the excess on this. See that? And that quickly, we got two little tags. All right. Where the stickers met the edge, I'm just gonna ink around it a little bit more. And there you have it. All right, let's make another one really quickly, because these go really fast. Again, you start off with the little tag, apply my glue all around the tag. I go in with my little label, my little bus ticket label, or this one's an order blank. It must come from a bank or something. Let's see what it says. I think these are really interesting. Let's see, this one says 3 bottle sets, 1 vital set, floral cologne. So I guess this must be like a little sundries company. It says HU Rodus, San Antonio, Texas. Yeah. Doesn't really say. I guess you can use your imagination of what this could possibly be for, but it says order blank at the top. So let's go ahead and cut this away. And all you're doing is cutting the paper. Try not to cut the card itself, so that you don't you know, change the shape of those angles. And this one did not come all the way to the top, so I'm going to use my little tiny Tim Holtz scissors here and just snip away that much off the top of that card. Okay, and I'm going to add my little sticker. And you can place these any which way you like. It doesn't have to go all the way to the top. You can cut off the excess at the bottom. I mean, the options are really yours to make. Whatever overhangs on the side, if it's too much, you can snip it away. If it's not enough to snip away, you can always just wrap it around the back and then ink it. But yeah, I mean, these are so simple to make, especially when you have like little tiny ephemeras, like these cute little Tim Holtz cards. I think they're They're little stickers. They're so cute. I'm just going to place this one right about. Are you in shot? I'm just going to place this one right about there. And then I'll snip off the excess. Okay. And then I'll ink around this one, put an eyelet in, and set it. So I'm using my larger hole punch just to get a bigger hole in there. I'm going to use one of these antique bronze or brass. Antique bronze or brass? What are those? What color is that, guys? Can you tell me down in the comments? Is that antique bronze or antique brass? Eyelet color. Alright, so that's that. And again, I'm going to grab a backing and my large crocodile 2. I'm going to place the backing in the right spot and then place my card onto the eyelet hole. And there we go, another perfect one, perfectly set. It's very flat on the back. So guys, I really hope you give this a try. These are just 3 little tags that I made, which will look really cute in my junk journal. I wanted to do one really quickly with the same concept, different items. So let's go ahead and do this. Apply some glue onto the back of the ticket this time. I know I did it onto the back of the card the last time. Either one works just fine. And I'm just going to stick that down. Try to get it all the way to the edge and straight. Okay. This one seems to be a lot smaller. This ticket seems to be a lot smaller than the others. So I'm just going to snip off the excess there and here. And I'm going to have to snip off a piece of my ticket because there is too much overhang. So I'm just going to place it right there. And again, I'm not changing the shape of the tag. I'm just cutting off the excess on the edges. So the angles of the tag part will stay the same. Okay, so there you have that. I'm going to cut off the top because it's so small. I would be afraid to stick this into my cutter. Okay, there, and then punch a hole with my large hole punch. I think I'll put this one I know is called gunmetal. So I'll put a gunmetal one in that one. And let's see, do I have any? Yeah, here they are. This one I think is the gunmetal backing. Of course. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. All right, that one went flying across the room. So I'm just going to grab another one. Place that in there. Place that up there. And squeeze. Okay, perfect. Again, one more time. I'm just going to squeeze it once more. Okay. Yep. So now I'm going to try something a little bit different on here. Where did that flower go? Here it is. I'm going to still use a flower or some sort of a bush. or, you know, this one's actually some cotton. This is a cotton bush. And I'm just gonna apply that directly on there. And I'm gonna add a little butterfly sticker, this little side butterfly. I think it's so cute. Right onto that. Right on top of that. Okay. It was cuter when I imagined it, but anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not happy with that at all. Let me see if I can remove this butterfly. I know I'm taking a major risk here. Yeah, that's one reason why, you know, these are kind of like washy stickers. I'm just gonna stick that right over there to be used later on something else. But yeah, I covered up the entire floral, and I didn't like that, so I'm going to use a, let me see if I can find a small sticker. See if I can get a small ticket or something to go on that one. Oh, that's really pretty. Let's try that on another one. Or I could just leave it like that. Here's a little sentiment type tag. Let's see. Beautiful day, secret memory, and moments. I'm gonna use moments. Okay. So this is where I keep a lot of my ephemera stuff, in these little containers like so. Here's another one, you know. But yeah, I'm just gonna stick that right on there, and we'll call this one done. They all don't have to be the same. I mean, this is yours. This is your projects, guys. Like, you can do it however, whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy in the end. Like, at the end of the day, this is something that you have to live with in your journal. So I think that's prettier than having that little butterfly on there, because it totally covered up the entire flower. Okay. And here's another one. So again, guys, I hope you try these little tags, and you know, tag me if you do. Tag me. Tag me at you know, Chronicles of a Crafter if you do make them. This way I can see what you've done. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See you on another Twisted Tuesday. Bye.